It's interesting that sometimes in life you'll say something as a joke and someone will take it seriously. And you won't realize they took it seriously until later on. An example of this is a few weeks ago when I had my surgery. Junior high, when I had these empty gel tabs and I'd fill them up with cupcake sprinkles. And I remember, just like, yeah, pretending like they were pills, but they were cupcake sprinkles. And then that was junior high. And then many, many years later in a study class, my senior year, I was sitting across from one of the kids that I used to go to junior high with. And he said, are you still doing drugs? I was like, what? What are you talking about? He said, no, I remember you were a pill popper back in junior high. And I was all, no, dude, that was fake. And he didn't believe me, but I don't know what you can do. How many years did he go on thinking I was a pill popper? It was about 10 years ago, working in the office. I had a group of coworkers who were talking about the books they were reading and stuff. And I jokingly said, I don't read. And meaning more along the lines that, I'm reading, how-to manuals or, the newspaper or, catching up on things. I find it hard to grab a novel or a good book and sit down and read unless I'm reading to the kids. It's just, I'm so, either busy with life or whatnot. It was a couple months after I had made that joke where one of my coworkers came up and he said, so, how do you function? And I'm like, what do you mean, how do I function? So, well, I mean, you must read a little. You must know how to read a little bit. I was like, no, what I meant was, and then I explained it to him. An example of this is a few weeks ago when I had my surgery to remove a fatty tumor from my neck and from my groin area. Mrs. Silly went with me, and she took a picture of me first in my surgical gown and texted that to family and a few friends. And I got a comment back from my brother-in-law saying, now just show us the backside. And so I, obliged by having her send this text. Now, before you freak out, that text is actually my elbow, like this, with a bit of the gown, a bit of the surgical gown around it. It wasn't until weeks later, when we were in Colorado, that my brother-in-law said, I can't believe you sent a text of your hairy butt. And I started laughing. I said, dude, I sent you a text later that said that was just my elbow. And he was, oh my God, I can't believe it was just your elbow. And we, had a good laugh about it. So yeah, it's interesting how these things happen. I wonder through this medium if these things happen more. If we make jokes or innuendos or we say things that could suggest something that people then will take, in a different way and hold on to it. And maybe we will never know what people really think. There's my vlog.